Alright, first off, I want to say all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways, pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, shalom. This is the brother Irawam from the James Jamaica camp, and just want to do a short lesson, basically calling this one Take Responsibility, right, or something along those lines, right? And as it pertains to taking responsibility, right, everything that actually affects us in this truth, right, in this life, we have a certain level of responsibility to play, right? As the brother Michael Allah, right, him do a beautiful lesson, going into the number one enemy, right? Because your actions and your conduct, that is actually what tends to result in whatever happened to you, right? So whether it be how people treat you, right, in this world, or even within this truth, like even the Apostle Gabar, we're going to the lesson, familiarity breeds contempt, right? So even between the relationship between camp heads and and camp members, right? How people deal in that world, how people deal in that truth, right? Basically, if you're whether your finances out of work, right? Because guess what? We have been given tools in this truth, right? First of all, the fact that you're an Israelite man, right? And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai call out for you. The fact of you being a man overall, you have an inherent right to be a leader, right? Now, as a leader, every decision counts, right? So, as the Lord calling unto you, him call out to men. So, right there and then, that is just responsibility right there already, right? So, this is Proverbs 8, verse 4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice to the sons of man, right? So, wisdom, right, which is the main tool, was given, right? But we know that she's only for the elect. But in this walk, right, it's you have to first and foremost, one of the main tools is prayer, right? So why certain things that happen to you? Are you praying to the Heavenly Father enough to give you the strength and spirit to do it? Are you praying for the spirit of prayer, right? Are you acknowledging things? Are that are one of the main tools given, right? So if certain things are happening and basically you're not seeing and changing the results, one of the main things is that it's your responsibility to pray, right? It's your responsibility to examine yourself, because nobody now go quote unquote hold your hand and carry into the kingdom, right? Nobody now go hold your hand to say, yo, ensure say I do your 3 videos, as I said, do it in all sincerity and truth. When you fall down, nobody now, and we can try exhort you, but you, when we say, yo, get back up, you have to make the conscious decision to say, yo, look here, get back up, right? But us, of course, through everything through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? But you have a responsibility as a man, right? Men have total different spirit than women, yo, right? As a matter of fact, just to show that as a man, there's even certain leadership. This is the order, right? This is First Corinthians 11 verse 3. It says, "But I would have you know," as a matter of fact, let me start up, right? Because there's order on the earth, right? But I would have you know, yes, First Corinthians 11 verse 3, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushai or Hamashiach, right? And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh, right? So there's order in this thing, right? Starting from El Apostle Tar on down. But if you as a man, you have a household, you have to get your house in order. And when we say house, I literally mean the building, right? So even if you live alone, you have to get yourself right. And if you have a family, you have to get your certain things in place. So that want me financially and everything. But first and foremost, the truth, right? You have to build a structure. You must know how you're gonna make time for the truth. You must know how you're gonna make time for the family. You have to know how you order your finances. You have to know everything. And at the end of the day, you putting all these pieces together supposed to head towards your goal, which is basically salvation. That is your responsibility as a man. That is naturally placed. It is naturally given the right to leadership. The fact that you were born a man, right? Wisdom cry unto men. Even from if anybody know if you're not the truth long enough, you're supposed to know that the Israelite culture, right, has it's a patriarchal structure, right? So when you wake up to this truth, you get a Hebrew name, right? It means something when like for example me, right? My name is Arawam Ban Yamian Ban Yasharhala. To say that it means that whatever your name mean, right? My name mean prudent, son of Benjamin, son of Israel. What does it mean when you call yourself an Israelite? What is your responsibility in this day and age as an Israelite? Based on the current state of our nation, based on the current state of things, your responsibility is supposed to get the hell out of Babylon, to get the hell out of this hell. Through what? Looking towards Yahweh, looking towards salvation and making that mark. That is what your current responsibility is, which means that you have got to relearn your heritage, which is to learn your culture, which is to learn your language, right? Basically, living in the scriptures to the best of your ability and hold it forth until Yahweh come, which a part of that is also teaching. All the prophets of old, they have a personal relationship with the Most High, from Abraham, right? Hey, forefather Abraham, even Adam, from Adam to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, all of the prophets, King David had every one of them had a personal relationship with the Most High, and the forerunner of our salvation, Yahweh, right? Yahweh definitely, as is known, right, which is rightfully so, the Son of the Most High. So once you're in this truth, you're supposed to see yourself as such, as an Israelite man with Israelite responsibilities. Also, we are part of the law. Even you getting your house up, we are part of the Lord's house as well. Which means that what? We have responsibilities within. So you can be a lord of your own house, but at the same time, you are the servant of somebody else's house, right? Which is Yahweh Shai. So whether it do with your house or whether it do with Yahweh Shai house, you still have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to serve your Lord, and you also have a responsibility to keep your house in order while walking towards salvation. So take responsibility, yo. As I say, everything we do, how people treat you, nobody now gonna disrespect you if you don't give them the idea that them can do it, right? You have to draw boundaries, yo. You have to have, which is basically judgment, right? Reading these scriptures and basically working towards salvation to the best of your ability, so you can make the right choices, yo, unto judgment, unto salvation. This is Second Peter 1. As a matter of fact, let me start off a 5. It says, and besides this, giving diligence, add to your faith virtue. So basically, when it says give diligence, right, it means that in regards to a job that you have to do. As a matter of fact, I will just look up this word diligence at this point. Right, we can't always accomplish, oh, this a happen, that a happen. Hey, the Ariella, it must say it perfectly, yo. Everybody have an issue, but nobody now search for the solutions, yo. Just one blame and complain all day, but now search for the solutions. or not attempt to find a solution. Nobody don't want to take responsibility, right? Let the Greek play.
Strong's G 4710, Spoude.
So it says to haste, with haste, earnest, diligent, earnest in accomplishing, promoting, or striving after anything. So we have a goal to accomplish, which means that you have a responsibility. Nobody now accomplish your goals for you. That is your responsibility. If you have a problem with how people are treated, fix things. If you have a problem with the finances, fix things. Right? You have a problem with whatever demon I get to you, fix it. As I said, we have the tools, we have the scriptures, we have Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we have fasting, we have praying, right? And once you feed the spirit accordingly, right, it's your responsibility to feed the spirit so that you can so that they can move forward. Because you can't be spiritual while not feeding the spirit, right? If you only feed the body once or 2 times a week, guaranteed they are gonna be weak. If you feed the body sufficiently every day, you are gonna strong. And this video come from myself first and foremost, yo. Right? You have to feed the spirit so that you can, it's your responsibility to feed the spirit so that you can move forward as an Israelite man. Right? So you can build up the new man, yo. It's your responsibility to take care of the new man. So that what you can accomplish or promote or strive after the goal of salvation, yo, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That is your responsibility. That is your job. Continuing the precept. It says, and besides this, give all diligence. So you're supposed to make this a goal to add to your faith virtue, and to your virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren or unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach. Right? Now look, you say you need to have these things. So these are the things you're supposed to strive towards, yo. So it's your responsibility to have all these things done. Right? It's your responsibility. And if you lack anything, it's your responsibility to pray. It's your responsibility. But he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off, and had forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. And that's when the cares of the world start coming. That's when everything else become a bother, and that is when all of the problems pile up. But you now made the effort to get to the solution, right? Because you forgot, say, you're an Israelite man, right? You wake up, find out you're an Israelite man, and then you come like you forgot, say, yo, listen, I want Israelite, and these are the responsibilities that I now have, right? Getting back to the Lord, going to salvation, right? Verse 10, wherefore, rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if ye do these things, ye shall never fall, right? So it's your responsibility. You say what? Rather give diligence to make your calling and election sure. Nobody can hold your hand to do that. Nobody can do that for you. Right? It's Philippians 2 verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not only in my present, not in my Salakia. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Right? Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Right? You also have a scripture in Romans say, let every man be persuaded in his own mind. As a matter of fact, let me just get that. Not going to really make this too long. Just nobody I think about that one day. Romans 14 verse 5. It says, one man estimate one day above another, another estimate every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Right? And let's look up the word persuaded. This nobody can do this for you. Yeah, you have help, but you have an active role to play. Majority of it depends on you. Right? Bear to bear or bring full, to make full, to cause a thing to be shown to the full, to fulfill the ministry in every part. You see that? From fasting to praying to doing videos, going to camp, everything, and also balancing your, well, there's no such thing as a carnal life, yo, because your whole life is supposed to be spiritual. Even though it may so even a so-called carnal aspects of your life is supposed to still be spiritual. As the brothers I'm always say, yo, when I out in the world, people say, yo, something different about you, right? So even them when in the world can see and know that, look, this something different about this individual, right? Him conduct different, everything about him is different. And it don't mean if you go out there and a guy a job will cuss out everybody or not like that. It just means you're supposed to walk in wisdom. The light's supposed to ooze off of you. The wisdom supposed to pour out because it's all you're always spiritual. It's not a part-time thing, yo. It's a full renewal of the inner man. Right? It's the Israelite man coming to form, because guess what? There aren't much the Israelite custom and tradition. The Israelite man was done away with. But now the Lord wake them up and put them back on the scene. So now everybody, it's new to see what a true Israelite is. To carry through to the end, accomplish things that have been accomplished, to fill one with any thought, conviction, or inclination. You have to be convicted for yourself, yo. You see me? You have to incline to it of your own. To make one certain, to persuade, to convince, to persuade, fully convinced or assured, to render, inclined, or bent on. So you have to incline onto this. In your own mind, you have to sure. It says to be convicted or assured. You have to sure about this, yo. Off your own. Nobody can make you sure. And as I said, one of the key tools of getting through or getting to this point is fasting and prayer, because Lord say, anything you ask him for in all sincerity and truth, he's going to deliver it to you, yo. So there really and truly there is no excuse once you know to pray. Final scripture, this is 1 Timothy 4 verse as a matter of fact, let me start at verse 15. It says, meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. It says, you must give yourself wholly, yo. You have to enter the zone. Hey, listen to a few motivational videos of lately. You have to hungry, yo. Verse 16, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. So you have to build up a spirit within the doctrine, yo. Continue in them. For in doing so, thou shalt save both thyself. You realize it specifies that you have to save yourself first. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. So that are your whole duty, yo. Build up yourself, teach the word, so the elect can be sealed. Hence salvation, yo. Hence we will be built up to the point where the Lord delivers us in these last days. That is your responsibility, to save yourself and them who the Lord open them ears for hear you. That is what it's about. It's your responsibility. And this is what brothers are supposed to pray and fast to say, the Lord, give us the spirit so we can pick up the responsibility of an Israelite man in all sincerity and truth. Walking throughout salvation to the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakah Kodash. Right? So with that, like to say, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and truth, the sisters, the believers, the helps, shalom.